Hey, what's up guys, Josh's Booster and welcome back to another Digimon video. Today I'm gonna be doing a deck profile for the deck I used to win locals with this past Friday. So for the past, I literally don't know how many events I've just been playing Black Wargreymon because I really like the deck. But I've never really been successful with it, so I decided to just switch it up, play something else because I was kind of tired of it. And it actually surprised me how good it was. And it's still kind of like the same deck, like it has the same base, but then a different game plan and different top end, because now I'm playing Wargreymon X-Antibody. So we're just swinging for all the security and finishing up the game real quick, hopefully anyway. And honestly, I was surprised by how good this deck is. I thought it would be kind of mediocre, but it can be really crazy. You can do really crazy stuff, like at some point my opponent had 7 security and I started my turn with 3 memory and I just literally finished the game right there. So took care of all his security and finished him off with Omnimon, I think, or Wargreymon. Really crazy stuff. The deck is very good. There's definitely some parts of the deck that make it, in my opinion, a little bit better than Wargreymon X. Of course, there's also things it does not as good as Wargreymon X, but I still think the deck is very solid. Very happy with it. Definitely gonna be playing it a little bit more for the rest of the format. But yeah, let's just check out the deck list. Alright, as always we're going to be starting with the Digitama or the Digi-X. I'm actually running 5 of them, which truth be told is kind of unnecessary because I really can't imagine a situation where the 5th X will come up. Like maybe against something like security control, I guess. However, the reason I'm playing 5 of the Digitama is pretty simple. As you see, the first Digitama I'm playing is Coromon. Which is the BT5 one, which says if you attack with Greymon or Omnimon you can draw a card. And then the last one is Wargreymon, which says if this Digimon 6000 DP or more and you attack you can draw a card. So in Ascension, oh, there goes Wargreymon. Digitama, they just do exactly the same, right? You're never going to be attacking with something less than 6000, and if you are doing that, it's very likely going to be Agumon anyway, so this Coromon wouldn't trigger. Now, originally I was playing the new BT9 Coromon, which just says basically you get plus 1000, right, if it's a Greymon. But it's just irrelevant. Essentially what you want to be doing is you're going to be swinging with your Wargreymon X. And if you have the good stack up and you do it the way you want to do, which is with this Agumon or the Greymon, which gives the plus 2000 and the plus 3000 from your Wargreymon X-Antibody, then you're going to be swinging with 17k, which, is basically jamming, right? So the additional 1000 really shouldn't come up if you're just running your game plan. And in that situation, just drawing the extra cards to potentially dig for Omnimon or something like that's more relevant in my opinion. So originally I really thought running this Coromon was incorrect, but after a little bit of playing with the deck, I definitely think this is the Coromon you want to be playing, or the Digitama you want to be playing. Then moving on to level 3 to the rookies, we are playing a pretty basic and in my opinion logical lineup. We're playing this Agumon first, which is just the promo one, right, which gives Greymon plus 2000, which enables the play I just said. You could also play the Agumon that says, if you play attack the player, you gain plus 2000, because when you're running your game plan, that's essentially what you're doing. But this is just a little bit better. There's definitely gonna be situations where you are attacking a Digimon with your stack, so I think this one is a little bit better. And then the other Agumon we're playing is the BT5 one. On play, add a Greymon and Omnimon to your hand. Just a consistency card, which is, a lot of people say that's where red is lacking, but I don't really think so. To me, this deck feels really consistent because, we also have one of the best cards in the deck, I think, which is the Wargreymon X-Antibody. Just all the X-Antibody cards, they just provide such a consistency boost, drawing just a card for a 0 cost. And then this card is especially great because both on play and when digivolving you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can add one Greymon or Omnimon in his hand and one of the X-Antibody options to your hand. The second part is actually relevant because in this deck, the X-Antibody option, you know, is one of the most important cards you needed to do your basic combo or your basic OTK. But yeah, just amazing, right? Just it also digs for your combo pieces. Yeah, crazy stuff. Especially like if you have Cool Boy up and you go into this guy, you know, it just enables more plays. You evolve for +1 essentially, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm just playing 12 level 3s. I really wish I could play more. Like, I'm a big fan of playing like 14 or 15 even. However, you need to play a lot of pieces in this deck, and I'm playing like some you know, cards to counter the meta kinda. And you really need space for that, sadly. So yeah, just 12. But you know, if you're playing with the Mulligan rule, I think 12 is definitely enough. Like, if you're not playing with Mulligan, then you might want to try to up the count. But yeah, moving on to level 4s, I'm playing, this is probably the most important level 4 in the deck. It's just the Greymon that gives security attack +1 because it enables your OTK. Yeah, not really much to say about that there. This is just, yeah, your most important Greymon. Then I'm also playing this Greymon just twice. The attack boost is definitely nice because sometimes, like, if you don't have your attack boost from the Agumon or the Greymon, you are going to be losing out in security to cards like Alpha Uryukan, which is, you know, very very annoying because if you swing with your stack and it just dies, you basically just lose the game on the spot. Then the fact that this gains a memory evolve it on top of a stack of Agumon in it, it's not that relevant in this deck because you're usually building up and raising, but you know, it can definitely come up. And then that's it for the Greymons. I guess because, you know, we're also playing the full set of the Wargreymon X-Antibody. I really think this card is absolutely crazy. Again, just evolving for free, but the fact that you are going to be swinging with a stack that's basically as jamming, right, because there's no Digimon with 17,000 DP. And then if you have like a good stack with this and like multiple Agumon or Greymon, or Metal Greymon even, it's protected from being deleted by options or returned to the hand. Or deck even, so yeah, kinda crazy. Honestly, like, the only card you're losing out to when you're swinging into the security is Chaos Degradation, because you should be protected from basically anything else, which in my opinion that's where this deck shines, and might even be like a little bit better than the Garurumon OTK deck. No pretty controversial opinion, but I really think that just build-in protection is really good, especially if we see something like popularity rise from a deck like Musketeer or Beelstar. Which we are definitely like seeing in the Netherlands. That deck's super popular, so it's also one of the reasons why I figured I wanted to try this deck. But yeah, that's not all the level 4s I'm playing. I'm playing one less level 4, which is the Agunimon. It's just, you know, it goes for game. That's all you play it for, to be honest. Yeah, not much to say about that. You know, if you're just not seeing your Omnimon, this might be the way for you to go for game. And like, if you really need to, you can just evolve it on top of your Agumon, right, to just build up your stack. But it's really the reason why you're playing this, just to randomly close out the game. You know, in decks like this, that's usually where what you're playing the hybrid for. Moving on to level 5s. This is the most important one, which is the X-Antibody, which says when Digivolving, you know, this Digimon gains security attack +1, so, you know, if you evolve on top of this, it will still have the security attack +1, and then it also gets +3000 DP. I mean, yeah, that's it, right? Oh, it is important to note that the 3000 DP is only if it has Metal Greymon or X-Antibody already in the source. But yeah. This just enables your OTK again. The attack boost is really important for reasons I talked about previously. Yeah, not much to say about that. Then for regular, or this is not even like a regular Metal Greymon, but I'm playing Alteros mode, which is treated as a Metal Greymon, so you can evolve this on top of this for free. And you can also evolve this on top of this for free, which is kind of funny. It doesn't really come up that often, but you can. It has the same effect as the Greymon X-Antibody, and then also when Digivolving, you can delete one Digimon with 500 DP or less, which is definitely, it does come up if you have a Tamer and play that is, but you are playing, well, not a lot of Tamers, but like a decent amount, so it definitely does come up pretty often. Just again, the protection effect, if you didn't get to your Greymon X, then this is the card you want to be building up into. And then the last level 5 I'm playing is one of the dual color Metal Greymon. This could also be the piercing Greymon from EX. However, it's kind of meta dependent, like if blockers become more popular again, then that one would definitely be better. However, the reason I'm playing this is because Mother D-Reaper won several events somehow, and then having access to this card actually pretty much gives you an auto win against that deck. And then also it's like good against some other matchups like Armor Rush, the when Digivolving effect is kind of good. And just Inheritable is kind of crazy anyway. It's really good, but yeah, it's just a tech to beat a Mother D-Reaper basically. Just 7 level 5s. I wish I could play more, but again, it's just space is kind of tight, as you'll be seeing when I am done showing the Digimon. For level 6, I'm playing just one of the regular Wargreymon. This card has never come up for me. It's in there because it's kind of good against security control again, or Mastemon, I guess. And there's definitely lines where having this will enable your OTK, where if you didn't have this, then it doesn't. But in the playtesting I did, it hasn't come up once, so I might honestly just cut this card, and then for the only level 6 I will be playing is the brand new Wargreymon X-Antibody. This card is kind of crazy, right? Basically, the alternate is when the card is removed from your opponent's security stack game on memory. It's just so crazy because you're going to be swinging for like 4 checks with this guy. You're just going to be gaining for security because it's not once per turn. Absolutely ridiculous. And then at the end of attack, you can delete a Digimon with less attack than this guy. If Wargreymon or X-Antibody is in the stack. It's good, but it's not the reason why this card is kind of crazy. The first effect is what enables the OTK, because you can go into this with the X-Antibody, then even if it would usually end your turn, you will just basically get your turn back, right, or keep your turn with the effect, and then after that you're able to Blitz Omnimon them for game, which is just the strategy you want to be doing. Yeah, kind of crazy stuff. Really, really good. And then I already talked about it in Blitz Omni. So basically you want to be going for game with this all the time, or with the Agunimon. But this is searchable, so it's more consistent, I guess. I think 2 is fine. I didn't really have games where I couldn't close out the game, and even sometimes if you can't close out the game with the Omnimon Blitz, it's kind of hard to get rid of this, because if you made it with the Metal Greymon X with the attack boost, it's going to be 15,000 DP until your opponent's turn, so it's really big, and then it has all the protection effects from the Ultras mode and the X-Antibody. Yeah, I know a lot of lists are playing the X-Antibody Omnimon as well, but I really think it doesn't really contribute to what you want to be doing with the deck, even though there's definitely situations where it's good and it's searchable and stuff, but there's just no room, and I didn't really miss it, to be honest. Then moving on to Tamers, I'm playing triple of Taichi. Fun fact, this card is kind of like Marcus in this deck, because it gives an additional security attack, which means that your Wargreymon X-Antibody is going to be gaining you an additional memory when you attack. So this is definitely the Tamer you want to be playing. You also sometimes have stacks with just the Metal Greymon, where this will actually give you the security attack +1 to the Metal Greymon, which is kind of cool. I definitely think you want to be playing 3, because you really do want to see it. Being put to 3 is very nice, because just enables you to do more plays on your turn. Yeah, I think this is a sweet spot. I definitely wouldn't cut it to 2. You could even make a reasonable argument for 4, I think, but yeah, 3 is fine. And then the other team I'm playing is Coolboy, just a consistency card, because it helps you dig to honestly whatever you want. If you need level 3, there's a level 3 you can add with this. If you need level 4, there's level 4 you can potentially add with this, etc. Just for every level except for level 7, I guess. And then definitely the part where you can tap it to gain a memory and draw a card, it definitely does come up. Honestly, I'd like to play more of this, but there's just no room, and out of all the cards I would want to play more of, this probably the one that takes the backseat to the other cards, which I'm going to be showing you in just a second, because those are mostly the options. So I'm playing double X-Antibody. Honestly, I'd like to play 3, just because this part is such an essential piece of your combo. The security effect is kind of nice, not gonna lie. like, there's definitely times where it might come up, but like I already talked about, it's one of the main parts of your combo. Yes, it is searchable by, the Cool Boy or your Agumon, but you almost need to see this to win the game. Like, of course, there's gonna be games which you can win without it, but just having access to it makes it so much easier. So yeah, I'd like to play 3 of this. Now another card I'd like to play 4 of, honestly, is the Red Memory Boost. Again, depending like if you're playing a tournament with Mulligan or not, you could definitely play more of this. It's just really good to see. It helps you dig to your pieces, and then the delay effect's really good. I mean, everybody knows these cards are really good in these types of decks, so not much to talk about. Then I'm playing double Gaia Force, ugly low rarity Gaia Force, sadly. And the reason I'm playing this is because it's really good against the Metal Garurumon deck. Basically none of the lists I saw are playing the hero and ADP package, so if you have this new security, you basically auto-win the game. And with that deck being super popular at the past events, I want to play this card. Honestly, I'd like to play 4, just to have enough chance to have it in your security. And then the last 2 cards I'm playing in the deck are double Delicate Plan. It's just, if somehow you can't get a stack with your Wargreymon X-Antibody or your Alterous mode, then this is really important. And then against security control, that I just hate that deck. I just want to be able to play this and just swing for all the security and just, close out the game without, being really scared of what's in security. I was really happy with 2, because if you play 2, you're, just inherently, because you've drawn so many cards, because of that's just how the game works, you are most likely going to be seeing it. So yeah, double Delicate Plan, I really like this. Like, you could potentially cut 1, but I think playing at least 1 is pretty necessary, unless you, for some reason, think you're only going to be playing against like OTK or super meta decks like Alphamon. And even against like Alphamon, like, it's good, right? Because sometimes you just hit Breath of the Gods and then you can't close out the game, and then Uryuken comes to ruin your party. But with this, the odds of that happening are 0, so that's very nice. Yeah, that's the deck list. Alright guys, that was the deck list, to do, like, comment, anything you think about the deck, or any decks you want to see me profile in the future. And subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you do, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!